All right, friends, today we are going to be making a cave background. And if you think about those images in Lacoste Cave that we saw in France, you know that it's kind of brown, caves are black, things like that. Well, we are going to be painting our own background. We're gonna give it texture, something that might resemble what a cave would look like in the inside. All right, to get started today, we are mainly focused on just painting this background, but before we start, we do need to write our name on our paper. So either with a Sharpie or with a black marker at your desk, you're just gonna write your name. And then you're gonna make a box, and inside of the box, you're gonna write your class secret code. So whatever that might be, you're gonna write it in the box. All right, once you're done, you're gonna flip your paper over to the blank side, and then we're gonna get started painting. You will have a messy mat because this can be quite messy. I also highly recommend using an apron, either the clear ones or the orange ones. So make sure you have that on today. We are going to be using liquid tempera paint. Now these are already in little containers, but when you first start, what you can do is you take the lids off of some of these, and then we can put them to the side. All right, now you will have a brush. It's a little bit bigger brush, and the bristles are quite hard. That'll give us that texture that we're looking for that might imitate the texture we see in a cave. Now, I do have orange here. I forewarn you, there's not a lot of orange in a cave, but I'm gonna show you a technique in which we can layer colors together, and we're gonna add a little bit of that orange in just to give it a little bit of variety and color. All right, so I'm gonna first start out with this lighter color. I love this light color. It's a really light brown. So all you'll do is you just take your brush, and sometimes you might have to give it a little stir. It may have been sitting a little bit. So you'll take your brush and get some paint on it. Be careful, not too much paint or else it will drip. So I'm going back and forth. Notice how my brush strokes are going from side to side, side to side. Okay, it's not willy-nilly all in different directions. Pick a direction, either go up and down or go side to side. So pick one direction, side to side. Love this lighter color, but trust me, we're gonna make it darker. So a little bit of this lighter color. We're starting with the lighter color because once we go darker, I don't want to take my brush that has a dark color on it and stick it back in the light coloring. So we're starting with that light color, and we're gonna leave a little bit of a border. So I'm not gonna go all the way to the edge. I'm gonna leave a little bit of brown around my edge, just a little bit of brown. So look, I'm still following that same direction. Nice and easy, left to right side strokes. Oops. Sometimes you gotta hold it down a little bit. All right, just a little bit more on this side. Nice and easy. All right, now I can go on with a different color. There is a slightly darker, like a yellowish tan color. That's a nice color. I'm gonna move into that next. And you can layer these colors on top. So we're trying to make it look like that texture that we would see in a cave. So I'm layering colors, starting from the lightest colors on my tray to the darkest colors. So starting with those light colors first, and just kind of adding some layers on top. Now I'm gonna go with, I have like it's this color right here. It's kind of an orange, but it's not the dark orange. It's like the lighter orange. I think they called this color cantaloupe. So I'm gonna add in just a little bit of cantaloupe. Remember, I forewarn you with the orange, we don't wanna go too orange. That may throw off our cave drawing, but just a little bit of orange will give us some different colors here. Notice how I'm just blending them together. Blend, blend, blend. You don't want a blob like this. You don't want a blob like that because that's going to be hard to draw on when it dries. You want to be able to blend it together. So nice, easy strokes, just like we did. All right, now I'm gonna go even darker. Now, I'm only gonna use a little bit of this orange, but I'm gonna blend it a lot. So even though I dip my brush in the orange, look how I'm just blending it. Blend, blend, blend. See how it's getting lighter? It's not as orangey. I'm really blending it. All right, and then the final color I'm gonna use is this dark brown. And I'm also gonna blend that in as well. Ooh, yes. Just a little bit of brown. I think I want some here. I still want some of my other colors to kind of show up. I'm gonna blend those in. Perfect. I could see there's so many different layers of color. There's areas that I've kind of blended in. You can see the brush strokes going from side to side. That's gonna make our cave drawing look like it's an actual cave, where it has in a cave maybe areas that are lighter, maybe areas that are a little bit darker. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more orange right in some of these sections. And then I'm gonna blend. Oh, perfect. All right, when you're done, this bad boy is gonna go in the sink. And then you're gonna come back and you're gonna grab your messy mat and your artwork, and it's gonna go in the drying rack.